None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash digital, digital, the dash digital. Run it up, digital, 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 digital. Stepping like Marty McFly, stepping I feel like the guy. I got them looking like why, I never doubted me why. I never doubted my guys, you know you in it for win. I stand on 10, you on 10. I don't have friends of a friend, only the fan of the kin. Only my wife and my kids, that's all I needed to win. Now I only trust my true friends, had to cut off my loose ends. You know I win if you win, you know you win if I win. I swipe that cash, don't fold, I swipe my bank on gold. Don't think that I've been dumb, I spend like I've been broke. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash digital, digital, the dash digital. Run it up, digital, 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 digital. Living my truth, no tricks. I'm trying to feed my kids. I'm trying to keep my way. I'm trying to live my life while we get rich. Mind my biz. Money gon' come, some go. Man, if you know, you know. I've been through highs and lows. Here for the ride, I go. Slide and roll. Up and down, but I get up. The numbers crunching, no sit-ups. I grew up and got dripped up. Purple label, my get up. That's 101, not a one and done. Month to month, and there's more to come. I told Cushy, let's run it up. Now it's millions on millions. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash digital, digital, the dash digital. Run it up, digital, 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 digital.
Check, check. Something's missing from this picture.
I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think about it before the best? If I back last time, I used to do this. Don't you think about it before the best? If I back last time, I used to do this. Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I wanna feel your gas without making a mess. And you, won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new. I wish you all the best I can, that I stop myself for a while.
We interrupt the scheduled program to bring you a Bitcoin update from the Bitcoin Bowl. Welcome everyone to the late night Bitcoin Night Watch Bitcoin Bowl. We're watching it here on the 10-second chart, where apparently the Bulls have got the ball, or had the ball, had a little fumble over here, about 64,500-ish, and then the Bears took over. Bears are currently have got a price going, oh, nope, a little change. Is it a little change going on here? Sound effects guy, where are you at? Yeah, so, yeah. Oh, it looks like the Bulls are starting to recover here on the 10-second chart. It looks like we are now officially moonbound once more. I love it. And the crowd just loves it too. Everybody's making money now. And look, now the price is coming up above the 50 moving average, and this time it's coming back with a vengeance. For the overtake it has overtaken it. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. We're now approaching the 360 moving average. This is the big one. This is the make it or break it moment right here on the 10-second chart. Change the course of the future for Bitcoin forever, or for at least the next minute or two. When you look back on this dream in 6 months by accidentally stumbling upon it, you're going to say, what the fuck? My. Bitcoin riding above the 9 moving average, which is crossed perilously above 50, and now we're moving in for a sneak attack. A sideways going around the bull play, looks like. Are we blacking out? This is so amazing and so thrilling.
I think you just made up a new word, mister.
Look at Bitcoin go. We're taking one more tip. And we snapped it. We snapped it. We tapped it right on the... You know, we tapped it.
Mister.
And it looks like the bulls are starting to recover. A little kickback here. Oh, we recover. Oh, and went the distance. We're going for a distance this time, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like we've established a mighty fine trend line, if I might say, here on the 10-second chart. By the theories and practicality of things, we'd be looking for a little bit of a channel idea forming here. We could put a little fib magic out and kind of guesstimate where we could go, but we got the sky at the limit at this point. If we can just get past where we were before, why worry? Let's just see where the...
Mister, your voice just changed. Did you get out of character?
Well, it looks like we're facing a little resistance right here at our previous high. But it looks like we got just enough gas in the tank to get us past it and go just a little bit further.
That's better, mister.
One more era to complete. Moving this high over here, making a nice little recovery. Is that asking too much tonight out of Bitcoin on the 10-second chart? Bitcoin tonight is the night that you might start to make history. Will you let us down? Or will you prevail?
Mister, you're doing it again. I don't even know who the hell you are anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the man who called the Batman pattern last night? Called it before it formed and said, "Nay, you shall not play." And chased the Batgirl away. The one that only.
Let's go, Doctor. Who?
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Late Night Crypto with Roda. Let's see our little chartsy charts over here. This is where we left off. We were looking at one of these charts had that, didn't it? Yeah, we were looking at this possibility. The thing is, you got to confirm your areas. Now, we did spell that out. I did. So I was looking at that, but it did. That's a good sign, dude. So there was, let's clear off the silliness. There was a possibility that we were making a triple top, and the only thing would confirm it if it did come back down here, which it did not. Instead, she did have that gusto to start coming up here. To our further target areas. So in reality, instead of looking at that, well, do I have a fresh chart? In this idea. So this was the other scenario we were talking about that it could most likely be. It could. We don't know. It was really a kind of a toss-up. There are bearish signs out there that will come into play, but it looks like we're getting that little push up to 65 to get that higher high. Now, question, how much higher are we going to go? We got to get up here about 65.107 on this chart. But what we had was a bullish retest of that trend line area. I think it pans out better here on the bigger time frames. You can see it here as charted on the 4 hour. So we got a retest of that area and the 800 on the 4 hour. Watching this mostly on the 4 hour. There's a lot of baggage still down here that when we are getting somewhere close, I believe, to a toppy top area. And so what I'm watching for is like, she's got to get right above here, our last high, just to get it in. And then whenever she tops out, now it might be 66, could happen, could be just anywhere between. Now there is a little bit of a trend line forming in here, the same one we were following down through this area. And it's a little bit of a weak idea, but there might be a possibility if we break it to do something a little bit stronger. And we got to break it and hold it. But I'm looking for maybe a spike and then maybe a little bit of a come down. It's too early to tell, too early to predict. But we do have some good areas, some levels. If we just kind of zoom out a little bit. It's always good to zoom out. We've been fighting with that 200 daily moving average, and now we're not clear of it just yet. It looks like we are, but this is what the other candles look like too when it was above it, right? It can easily close below it, and we're just like, oh, we're back here again. What the hell? So we're not out of the woods just yet about where we could go. I'm gonna get rid of this trend line. I'm not really, doesn't even fit on this one. So to me, that one's probably very irrelevant. Irrelevant. Bailiff. Swing high to swing low. Tell me, baby, where you gonna go? This is where we were back in July, and that was our last major high. This one didn't quite meet the criteria up there. We're hoping we'll get past that one. And anyway, that's the big boy. And then this was our low. And we're kind of still in this jurisdiction when it comes to all this kind of stuff. And I want to try to turn these off so that we can clear this chart up a little bit. I just don't remember to turn this stuff back on. Tighten this up just a little bit because I just did a fresh pull, right? Don't get sloppy. So this was, I'm going to put a little dotted line there, our previous high. On this particular chart, that is weighing in about 65, 108, 110, something like that. We need to get about 65.3 on this chart. Clear that. And then we can talk about maybe something higher, but it looks like our next target should be about 65,600, right in that zone. Let's see how well that this works out for us. Is that going to be it? It has a possibility of, I mean, price can. We'll have to see how tired she's getting. There's a lot of upward action. There's a lot of price selling, and there's, you know, the volume is decreasing up there. That's kind of a worrisome situation to say, things are kind of looking like they're not. I mean, if it was really bullish, we would see lots and lots of volume coming in, right? And everybody weighing in, and we wouldn't have some of these other bearish signs that we got going on the day. We're topped out on stochastics, but they can do that. They don't do it quite this long though, do they? Not unless we're on something really good. We do have green money flow. That's always a bonus. But other things have been kind of on the decline and still kind of got that weight behind it. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? No, we got that weight on our shoulders. We've been sandbagged. We've been sandbagged by these moving averages down here. Plus we got that 200, baby. So that if we cleared that 200, 63,008 is where it's at. We're almost 1,000 above it. We're close above it. 700-800 above it. Dang, Road Dog, you're so good at math. I focused on, my minor was in guesstimation, yes. Guesstimated sciences, to be exact, yes. So Bitcoin, man, all I gotta say is it's looking positive for short term. Just be on the lookout what the bigger time frames are saying. See, it will still be shaky, and while it goes up, does come down. And she was down at the bottoms, and she can go up. It would be cool if we could make a higher high, so get above 70, around 70,000. Go for the gusto. I mean, shoot, baby. Why not? That would be awesome. That would also break a trend line. That would be bullish. That would be bullish as all get out. That was like, yes. We'd say, hey, them Wyckoff guys might have had it right on the spring thing. The Wyckoff guy that I mostly follow, the guy that, really is really knowledgeable about his black box trading. I like to hear how he talks about it, but he hasn't really been on it. He's been, I think he's been more looking at a channel idea than anything. So he hasn't really been talking about the Wyckoff. A lot of times I hear him break down last point of the supports and this and that and automatic rallies. Seller's climax. all the terms that are, But, and really a lot of the strategy does come from Wyckoff, though. I mean, your whole markup, markdown, accumulation, decumulation phases, that's the basis things of our whole cycle. It's Wyckoff right there. And here we are, still fighting with that dang 200 moving average. But I tell you what, for these moving averages to cross over there, they're making a nice little rebound here. That's interesting. That had me really concerned. That way, I mean, it still does. I'm not feeling better until I started to see some of these daily moving averages. 9 should be the first one, but I like to see the 21 and eventually the 50, of course. But give me at least a couple moving averages above that 200 moving average, then I'd feel better about it. Maybe a cross of the 21 over the 50. Do you see how they're not, they're both angled up, which is good overall, but a cross of that red over that blue that would make me feel more comfortable with this move. Then maybe, it could continue. Until now, I am looking for it to tire out over here, but we'll have to see. Who knows? I'm just a dude on the internet, man. And though this is my full-time source of income, which as of after the Bitcoin conference, that kind of went kind of wild, and but now we're making a comeback, baby. Look at us go! Shout out to everybody hanging out here with me today. It is 10:46 and I finally made it over to the chat. We got Sam Webb over here. Let me turn it on the live chat, make sure we get everybody out here. Sam says number go up, and yeah, it's looking nice. After we broke past that 618 Fibonacci area, which was right here at our daily 200 moving average. Good signs. We need that. But we at least need 65K just to get that one higher high. And after we get our higher high in, wherever it is, here or there, there's going to be a higher low. And we'll be back down somewhere around where we are, maybe just a little bit lower. Probably retest these areas back over here. What's this, about 61, 62? If we just depend on how high we go up. Fibs can help us figure some of that stuff out. Trend lines. Lots of little hints out there that we can look for. Good brown gravy, how's it going? Hey, is that getting some juicy nibbles? Says Good Brown Gravy. Awesome. Is that Donna? Hey, Donna, how's it going, Donna? Good to see ya. Donna's one of my original OG Road Dogs, and on the channel and on the Telegram group. And we got Strega. How's it going, Strega? Jackson, Q&T, where to buy? Let's take a look at Q&T. First, though, let's take a look at Total 3 real quick. Let's see how she's faring with her. I would say that she's doing pretty well on this breakout. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Still got the problem with the 200 moving average and all the other moving averages being under there. Donna, I use a few more moving averages now, just when I want a second opinion, and they're kind of some bigger ones that I throw on there. Well, candle bodies to candle bodies. That's the best I can get, and that looks like a confirmed breakout to me on the daily. I like that. That's good. That gives us the potential just to take the width of this, and we got that measure move, and we got some other fib areas over there. So measure move could take us up to 749 billion, right up to where we had this triple top over here. I'm forever going to remember that triple top, because that was a very bullish time in the market. There is no denying. And there were all kinds of warning signs. There were so many warning signs right there. I could just go into detail, and in retrospect, I feel like I'm just sitting there looking at it like there's this scene in the movie Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, where they're having a picnic and eating chicken beneath a tree, and it's got Roseanne's, the show Roseanne, her husband Tom, I forgot his name, was there. Tom Arnold, kind of a big heavyset guy. And they're sitting there, and then Tom just he's talking, and he just grabs a limb from the tree, and then he just knocks one of them upside the head. And, their guy's just sitting there and says, listening to his spiel, he's like, I don't get it, Big Dan. I don't get it. And then Tom just knocks him across the head. It's like, you see it. It's right there, the signs of the warning. And sometimes I just feel like it just didn't take that seriously enough. But that's classic, and you can look it on the. We even looked it up then at the time. You can see a little bit better. The triple head and shoulders, right? Or not? It's not a head and shoulders. It's a triple top. It plays out down, but you look at it different. And a lot of people are looking at it as a triangle and whatever, which those are not very fun either. But the signs were there. And now we got this nice little sweet breakout, getting us back to those areas that we've seen back in March when the market was pumping. That looks promising. I like it. I like it all. I'm just going to confirm what we got over here. Swing high to swing low. Tighten up my lines. I don't know how that happens. Maybe we should just look at it near really quick here on Total 3 and get a feel for what might be. Says we are at an area of resistance right now. That previous high there on total 3. So just like Bitcoin, very much like Bitcoin. Is my keyboard working? I hit a light or I hit a wrong button. So we are at an area where, you know, it's a good idea to pay yourself. I'm just going to give you a reminder. Some of these things are popping off. And I know it seems great, like right now. Oh, dude, it's awesome, man. It's going to keep going up forever. And yeah, this is a great place for a little bit of a pullback, though. Like I'm talking like almost 20 million pullback if it wants to do it. Maybe even a $30 billion. It could happen. It could happen. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Right now, let's get some levels set here. So we're at an area, a key area, an area where you do face some resistance here. Similar situation like that will be coming up at 659 billion for our altcoins. Can we make it up there now, or will we have to pull back and make it up there later? We shall wait and see. I prefer to do this on the daily. There's a little bit too much noise there on the 4 hour. Get more solid information, I believe, over here. Maybe even on the weekly. Let's go to the weekly. We got some good fat candles there. Let's see how we are on the weekly. That's a nice candle forming there. Not yet confirmed here. So the weekly tells us, let's look at the moving averages over here. Let's turn back some of the other things on that I like. Right now we're above the 21 moving average. That's good if we can recover it. We need to see the cross of the 9 over the 21. To me, that will be our confirmation that we're in good hands from here on out. I like that idea. Here on the daily, though, we still got that little area right up here, just right up above it. So we could get slapped down over here one more time. We didn't even really touch it over here, right? We fell through it, but we didn't come back and touch it. We'll probably touch it. Maybe spike up a little bit above it. Who knows? Maybe you touch that, but we can get a pullback here. Now, do remember that when you do get a breakout of these channels, or maybe you got it in some kind of fallen wedge pattern or anything, that they do have a chance, they do have a high chance, about the same as their probability. They actually do have about a 64 to 65, 68% chance to break to the upside, depending on if you're looking at it as a channel, fallen wedge, either way. And about that same chance to come back and retest the area that it broke out of. So what goes up comes down a little bit before it really starts taking off, and you probably get the full measured move. Measured move for this little guy. Pretty easy to do right there. There's also a little bit of a cheat thing that I will share one more time. And it's pretty simple. You just go from high to low with your fib, and you come over here, you visit your little 618 and just drop it straight down. Yep, put that at the same breakout, and you got a nice little rough estimate of where you would have pulled that one. And actually, that is the Bukowski measurement. You take the hold length from wick to wick, and you apply it to a multiplier, and it's just like 62%. So the fib will get you the most accurate measurement if you want to do that way. Did I just touch that? I don't touch it, man. Dang it. Or just taking top to bottom to the trend line straight down from a peak. That works pretty nicely. So let's get us a couple of areas over here that I'm going to mark. Add some nice measure moves. And then we're going to move on, and we're going to look at this market that seems to be popping off and see, should we be taking profit? Should we be jumping in? And we had one request here. We had Q&T, right? All right, so altcoins look like they could be doing us some good, but remember there's some resistance over here, so we got to kind of work through that, right? That's a big deal. Daily 200 moving average. We got some stuff It could get choppy. Just be aware, it could get choppy. Somewhere on here, there's a light button that I turned on. And it is dark. Man, this keyboard is dark. All right, I give up. That's just wrong, yo. There you are, I found you. I can see now. La boomer. You only lost 6 people that time. Welcome everybody, glad to have you here. Let's give another shout out to everybody in the chat just before we move on to QNT. I think we got some more people here since I last looked. We had Stragan, Sam Webb, we got Donna. 3:45 a.m. here in UK, says Donna. Wow, man, you're up late. You keeping my hours, I keep those hours at night. It is only, well, it is almost 11 o'clock here, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same time over in down in Georgia. Good brown gravy. John Goodman. Yes, John Goodman. I said Tom Arnold. Okay. Yeah, it was John Goodman. That's who it was from, I'm not even going to. Cheers, right? Wasn't he on Cheers? Uphold finally got Naka. Oh, cool. Is that what's pumping it? Man, Naka is taking off just like she did last time when she was real cheap. It takes her a while to get started, but once she gets started, she does pretty good. We'll take a look at Naka too. So QNT, how's it doing? We got our fibs, they look cool. We got a trade setup idea here to take it up to 100. Crazy risk reward ratio. $88 is going to be a little hiccup area, I believe. It may blast on through it. Who knows what I know? All right. Who knows what? Well, however, that did not come out right at all. Who knows? I at least would know. Really? I don't know, man. She can play around a lot before she gets up there. We got some mellow music going on. This put me in that mellow mood tonight. So about 888 is what I'm looking for QNT. Now, when to buy? That was the question, right? It would be retesting. Basically, this area right here was our discount area under $73, $74. And there's a good chance she'll come back and test somewhere for $74, $75 again. That would be the best place, in my opinion, to try to get back in. I would wait to see if you get a confirmed bounce there, which it should be. You need to stay. It needs to stay above this area. But she's headed up here again around 88 with 200 moving average, 382 Fibonacci over here. And here she's likely to bounce around through here, if anything else. We did had a measure move from, I don't know what it was from. I need to put better notes on there. It's at $80, but biggest thing, we finally got a breakout from this little skinny downwards channel. This one was mostly in a little narrow. It likes the chair. It doesn't do much until every once in a while you get a little pump. But you got to recover all the way back here. This is going to be a big hiccup around 84. Let's know that 84 on up to 88 to where we are. Maybe she pushes to 88, but it's going to start getting resistance about 84, if you can see right here. Put just a little line there. So QNT, which was hanging down here about 73, and it's at 78. About 13 to 20% increase from down here at the bottom. Of course, if you add it to your bags when she was down about 60%, like on the retest of this or this double bottom formation we got here, or even flipping above this little area, anything down through in this green box buy zone, we'll go from that up to where we are now. It's a nice 24%. If you had $1,000, you would now have about $1,240, with the possibility of making more. And that's how this game kind of works. If you try to buy it as low as you can, I mean, it's scary, it's iffy, and there's lots of things that could always go wrong. But you gotta take a little chance when you get the right signs, and some signs that match up with some rules that you gotta go by. Things play a little bit better. Now coming up here to this area, that'd be 38. $1,000 could turn into $1,380. Hold on to it till we get back up to here, which we need to go. Back up to the $100 area is my target that I got. Oh, that $1,000 could turn into $1,560. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. Could turn into 2,000 if you can hold it to 128. But I mean, we've only been there a lot. Even after we dip down and oh my God, this thing is dead. It's never coming back. It's gone, man. Oh look, she's coming back, but she'll never do anything good. And then we were, oh crap, that was higher. Oh, it was higher. Oh yeah, no, that was 100. Yeah, and then she started hanging around. She even went all the way up to a lot. We've been on quite a journey here in crypto. Let's take a look at Naka real quick. Nakamoto Games. What's all this piddly stuff? Why are you looking at all the piddly stuff, dog? Let's take the piddly stuff off. That's why I said a few days ago that I changed my new strategy. Instead of focusing on the narrow strategy, I said, no, I'm pulling back, man. I'm going with my big fibs from now on. So my targets are set wider because we're in pop-off season right now. We have the chance of seeing some big strong gains. I don't want to sell out of everything before there could be some bigger profits coming. I want to slowly start rolling these bags over on every load that we start getting. And right now we're coming to a high somewhere up through here. So one way not to make a lot of money in crypto, one way that I can promise you that will not make money, is if you chase these big green candles or these series of big green candles like this. I mean, catching them early, that's risky, but people do that. And there's some signs you can look for, and we try to look for those signs. But trying to get, at this point, you're like, I got to get some of that. That's looking so good right now. Everybody's a winner, and I want to be part of a winning trade. And this is where people are starting to have sell plans now, especially right up here to $1.61 for Nakamoto. Anywhere through here, about 140 to 160, that's when it's going to start getting tough with her right in there. 200 moving average says it. Support resistance says it. Whenever price meets a moving average, look a little bit to the left, and you will probably see something very relevant. That, to me, is the mystery of the moving averages. You usually do. They will meet when it is time for them to meet, and nary a day or a moment before. And when they meet and they touch, they will remember where they were once before. Thus says the Raven. Who the hell is it? Dude, you're getting weird again. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? So we got 200 moving average crossing barely over 360 moving average. That's a bigger moving average. A lot of people don't look at it. Most people don't, but it's there, and we barely crossed over it. So to me, that says something that get a little pullback. Need a little pullback, but hey. What's it gonna do? I also know a lot of these other moving averages are not yet caught up to price in this big bullish movement, and that's a lot to ask for some of these guys, especially this red one. It'll take it a little while. We hope to stay away from it as far away as we can to get from that little red one right here. That one's nasty. Nice to know we bounced off of these guys, and this is the result after bouncing off of them. We just never feels like it's going to go anywhere when you're down here. You're like, oh, I'm in despair. Oh, and then all of a sudden you're like from 80 cents to freaking $1.36. Are you kidding me? Your boy plays Naka. I'm just saying. Yeah. I've been down here. I've been rolling in it. I've been hogging it up as much as I can hog it up. And then she did this and I can't get no more. And I'm disappointed. And I'm like, Naka, come back down. Come back down. Get dirty. One more time. Come back and say goodbye to your friends. Just one more time, Naka. But I don't know if she's going to do that, you know? She broke above this 236 area in this fib, and that's kind of a big thing. So this was our discount area all through here. Naka be rolling up 72% now. That feels me? That's good. That's awesome. And I think we even got a broken trend line over here. If you're looking at this pattern-wise, if you've been following this and just, you know, zooming out like here on the daily and just connecting the lines here. Let's get rid of this little guy. Let's put him over here. I don't think she can make it up there in one swoop, but what do I know? She might. I mean, she might just plow right through there, but I would say right here we should start getting some resistance and maybe just flag or something. But even if you're looking at this as a double bottom, you got with everything that you break out of, you've always got the chance to come back and retest it. Most of the time you do, not always, but a good rule of thumb that plays out, I would say more often than not, 2 out of 3 times, somewhere around 60 something percent of the time. If you want to put something with that, is not Bukowski. That's just kind of like a rule of a thumb thing. Your mileage may vary, in other words, but that's just what I've noticed. And then retest those areas. So if you feel FOMO, just give it a little bit. Right now, a lot of people are starting to focus on taking profits in their play. I am. I got a profit-taking plan here. And as this number goes up, I'm gonna take me some profits. When she comes back down, I'm gonna add to that bag, baby. Let's get back to the chat real quick, see what you guys are talking about. We got Adam saying it's a good day for track. SPL's asking for XLM. So the track's up what? Up 20,000 or 10% in one day. Trying to figure out where to take profits. Track. And then what do we have? XLM, right? Okay, this is where we were last time. Let's move these. Oh, we haven't looked at it in a minute. This one over here. Let's see. So it's been on. What have we looked at recently? No, I've had to look at it somewhere. See, that was Coinbase. I thought I looked at it somewhere. I think one night I had this switching over to the exchange that I use. And yeah, I'm still listening. About 69 cents is kind of the target area by the fibs if we fib it out. And you know, I just think the fibs are magical. They just kind of They know something we don't. Let's talk to the governor over here. We're in his, or the sheriff over here. We're in his jurisdiction. He's also saying right up there, baby, we got confluence for 2 pulls there, saying this 69-cent area is going to be. That's going to be some tough resistance, and right over here is a bunch of noise where it was too, and that would be at the top of it. That is also where our double bottom comes to a neckline, which here we go again. I'm just saying. It should be called a belt line. 69 cents, so that's a great place to take profit. Also at 64 cents is a good place to peel off just a little bit, because there's no guarantee you're going to make it up to 69. She can do a lot of things before there. She could fail right here, or she could go all the way up there, then flag out, come down and do some stuff, and that's not as fun. We'd like to see her break up above it and then start flagging out before taking off, but you got this 200 moving average kind of coming down, so shit, that might be a little rain on the parade there. So between 64 to 69 cents is a great place to take profits in my personal opinions. Right in the armpit of the, oh, if that's a neckline, is this an armpit? Okay, well, what is this? What is this? How dare you? This is a PG-13 show. If Bart Simpson had boobs, they would look like that, I predict. Ichimoku Cloud also likes that area right there at 64 cents as a nice little take profit area, so we're just almost there. Let's take a look at XLM. What do you got going on? Well, that's good. This is, I mean, these two are good. This is not good. I mean, we can get up there in these areas, but I wouldn't expect to get too much past these areas. And that's at what, a penny? And we're at 0.097, so it can go up a few fractions of a cent before getting into a lot of trouble there. This is on the daily too, right? Where are we pulling from? So she's at the bottom of, and then you can go to the weekly on this one. Cannot do that, can you? Is this the mouse pad or what? So you got a double bottom structure kind of forming over here too, right? And that's cool now. It can play. It's basically a little range through here, kind of like what we had over here. And you got this little section here. And you need to get above it. It's a party above it, and this is the place to accumulate like crazy now. So what, XLM got down to 0.07 something, it's at 0.09, 0.010. I mean, you want to see it get back up to 15 cents. It's got to start coming back up to these areas between 15 and hopefully up to 20. It's got to get up to 20 where we can do the fun stuff and do this whole double bottom scenario, confirm it, and then you got a chance to go all the way up to 31 cents, and that's kind of cool. It'll take a long time for all this to happen, but from here where we are up to there, that's 229%. So you can take $100, and then if my math is not mistaken, that $100 turns into $329. And like, yeah, $1,000 turns into $3,029. It just takes a little time and a little patience, a little conviction, and Let's see, what did you get last time? 79 cents. Could it do it again? If there's going to be some big adoption this time and something, it could end up getting a higher high. $1,000 turns into $10,000. Yo, baby! Or is that more? Was that 10,000 or 100,000? Don't get my hopes up, bro, dog. What are you doing? No. Yeah. $1,000 would turn into $1,100 if I'm. Is that right? That is. You're incorrect, sir. You're incorrect, sir. $1,000 will turn into $10,000, sir. Sir. What's good with you? You can get a nice little 10x out of this little sucker. Maybe. If you're patient and we get something more like this going on and she does her little higher high. Or maybe she just comes back over here, you just get a 7 next. Who am I to say? I'm just a dude on the internet with an alien face tonight. Kind of creepy, huh? We all know who you're here to see, man. I don't know. We all know. I'll go get him. Where's that? He went. What's up, guys? Hey. Ooh, the snazziest turkey in crypto. I know. Your mouth is watering as you look at me right now. I know. Right now, your mouth is just. You're like, It's that 7 herbs and spices that he's wearing. I get those comments all the time. Some of them are kind of twisted and sick, man. So I mean, like, really, you want to lick my leg? I mean, come on, dudes. Come on. Are we beyond that? More of a breast man myself, but hey, that's just the turkey talking. We are a late night show after all. What are these? Well, I think we already covered that. You really are a breast. Let's move on now. Oops, we've got some breaking news. I've just been notified with some breaking news here. Where are you? Sean? Come on now. In that control room, think you know the right buttons. Adam Oliver says, $9.99 super chat. Hey, I appreciate that. Let me see. Wait, if I get the right. This thing does some weird stuff over here. There you go over here. No, that was the wrong stuff to choose from, isn't it? You can't like this or anything? Adam, I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting the channel. That does help. I'm trying to like it, but it's not letting me do anything about it. It's being weird tonight. We got Celinda. How's it going, Celinda? Have you looked at Say? I have not looked at Say yet. I'll put that on the list now. I think that would be up next. And Grimmer says Nord Finance. Cool, we're popping. Now we're getting some chart requests. Yeah, let's see what's going on with what you guys are into. That's when all the magic starts working. When you guys all start sharing. Do you remember? That's when all the good alpha comes out. It's not the road, and it's true on any stream I've ever seen. It's when the whole community starts sharing and everything. That's when the magic happens. That's when the gems are found and all the cool stuff. This turkey feels a little parched. It's 11:21. Wow. I'll set the timer here. LP says, if this nonsense T able to clean up the goddamn what the what? Well, you haven't seen the real magic yet, have you? You haven't seen the real fun start. Hey, we got Brandon K. How's it going? All right, let's take a look at Say.
Look at this beautiful, nice, clean chart we have right here.
Does that make you feel giddy? Does it make you tingle? Let's see a nice little clean chart. Could say a blank chart.
Oh look, did she go to the target? She went past it, Road Dog, you suck.
We still ain't got a candle. We ain't got a candle close above it though, do we? Anyway, she's doing good. She's doing awesome, man. So all these targets should be good. I don't remember when they were here. We're kind of like well into my line, so I'm guessing it's been a while. Do I have another chart? I may have another chart. She might be a little messy, so I forewarn you. Look, she's got squigglies and everything on her. Gosh darn it. Looking at a channel like this is way back in the freaking day when we were here. Let's just clear her out and take a fresh look on the... Oh, look! What a beautiful clean chart. Awful. Let's mess it up because that's what I'm the greatest at. I can mess up a chart like no other. Like you rub it with the butter. We got a nice little support resistance slip like we always find, or most notably, usually. It is so good for sniffing them out. It's the prize sniffer dog. What do you call a sniffer dog? Hound dog. She's my hound dog, baby. She sniffs out the bargains, the areas that you need to buy. You need to buy beneath, and hopefully you can break that up into sections and really kind of know some areas to buy things. We went over that before during, that might have been the member stream, I don't know. I need to do another one of those soon. I just haven't had as much time. It's been kind of crazy. All right, so 56 cents is our next area we want to look at here, and this says so on the weekly as well, on the fibs. Doesn't matter what time frame we're on the fibs, but look how well the weekly respects all these areas over here. I like it. I kind of like what I'm seeing here. What you look like on the daily over here? You know what we really need? We really need some moving averages, like, I don't know, about 5 of them. Just kind of toss them in and see what they say. They say, just like on Bitcoin, they say, did you get that? He said, say with say, huh? Mister, you're getting weird again. But I'm the turkey man. I got that used car salesman grin. You just can't help the what? Turkey. The most handsome turkey. The most handsome turkey. On the interwebs. Well, if they had a karate turkey fight, you know I would be in on it. Karate turkey! So we had a channel idea going on. You might say a megaphone. Either way, both of those are loosely for a breakout. And we could take a measure move just from that little idea and see what we got. I like to personally do it from a touch, just go straight down. I don't know why, but that just, of course, I have it in most places. And good rule of thumb. 52 cents says the channel measure move for say. That's a little bit above this little 200 moving average, which is trying to rain on our parade, but you know, we can still spike above there. It's got a nice strong move. It's just a breakout here. We'll get into all that. Why don't we do it this way? So a measure move there. How you looking on the 4 hour? Say. Four hour looks juicy. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. There was like this one there when like, it's just like drawing lines and stuff, you know, just trying to make sense of stuff, and you probably would have started here or there or something crazy. It's like a channel. Well, you got that idea. You also got this idea. It's all part of the channels. But you could have also got this idea. Either way, pretty cool. So megaphone patterns are fun to play, and measure move also has us up in this area. Measure boost is up 52 cents. Trend line, which is a guesstimation basically, says roughly we're on this trajectory about 48 cents where we are. For a nice little short-term target. Bigger term plays, man, I'll be looking for 78 cents on this guy. I mean, we're trying to make some money, right? Right. I mean, if we're going to make the move of all moves, I mean, take some profits on the ways. Don't get me wrong, because there'll be ups and downs. And quarter three is not all up from here. It never has been. There's some big lows, man, and you got to get ready for those lows and pack some of this. We call it dry powder. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. You got to throw some stable coin on the back burner there and save that for some juicier Bitcoin prices and some juicier altcoin prices, because they will come back to some areas either where they are now or below. They will get a pull. You haven't missed everything if they're getting away from you. The worst thing you can do right now is chase those green candles, man. That's how you don't do it in crypto. You don't chase the green candles, especially when they're at resistance areas or past resistance areas. Here on this particular chart, these moving averages have got a lot of work to come back up here. And in other words, price has a good chance to come down and kind of at least meet them halfway or something, right? You can play with some other trend line ideas and get some resistance areas, and that should be respected pretty well. This area back here around 40 cents, so I would look at that. And we're at 45 now. 40 would be a good place to add bag, I would think. So getting ready to get up there. It won't be long. It won't be too long. You see about 66, 78 should be coming on the table, and then definitely should be paying yourself by then. From here to there, that's a nice 73%. Now, if you've been in this, say, from the breakout area of this trend line area, but was it 30? Maybe you got in over. Let's stick with 30 right now. That'd be getting up to that target would be 152%. Yeah, $100 turning into $250. Getting up a little higher, say you waited till it got above this high. Waited after it cleared the breakout. You didn't work the breakout trader. Because the first, you got these two ideas, okay? Can we talk about this? You got these two ideas when it comes to doing your entry, when it comes to, you know, your basic traditional pattern trading. You can buy the breakout just somewhere through here. Well, actually, you got a few others. The few others is find another trend line on the way up there and kind of degen in on the bottoms. That's what I try to do, especially as I'm trying to build a position. I'm trying to. And sometimes they're not always the bottoms, you know. Sometimes, oh crap, we got another trend line. Yay, party's still going on. Woohoo. Oh, look. No, oh, look, we have more lows. Yay, let's buy some more, you know. It's a sketchy game, but you know, if you play right and get a bigger bag, or as big as you can, then it pays off when those bags start rolling. But other places to get in, you know, are at the breakout, and so that means like, well, as soon as we get, some people wait for a candle to confirm. You got your own set of rules based on your risk tolerances. You need some triggers. My trigger is the 9-moving average and the breakout, and some, you know, and bottom of a trend line is one of my triggers. Anything, the bottoming patterns at a possible bottom trend line area, I'm all over it. Breakbacks into trend lines, I love those. Like you're following this trend line, and then we did this. If you come back and look at it naked, you'd say, "Oh, it's a double bottom," but no, it's really a breakback into structure. Broke market structure, just like they like to fool us, and then when those, and then you get these moves after that. It's always looking for those. Always looking for where they break structure and they come back in. And sometimes they fool you. They did it twice here. It would have fooled a lot of people. Might even have fooled me at one time. You know, if I wasn't looking for a double bottom, you know, I don't know. It can fool a lot of people, but then to get them to miss out on what they're going to do. And that's to pump some money into this market at this point right here. That's, if you look at the volume, that's when it all started shooting up there. It was a little lackluster here. And then that's when it shot off, and then now it's really shooting off. So say is above 42 cents, which is past the test. So what we can hope is that she'll kind of maybe flag out here, but we do have a target at 52 cents and it's 56. And that kind of cool. Say. Nord Finance. Let's look at Nord. Nord Finance. Now, this is me speculating, but I would dare to say that at this point in the market, when everybody's looking, we got to break out on total 3. I would call this the degen play of the day. I'm on the daily chart play. It's regained the 50 moving average. I know it's below this trend line here, but you know what we just looked at? This is the degen mindset. Now, this is the risky play, okay? This is 0.06 cents. But imagine, if you will, a world. Do we have a face for this? Do I need a face for this? Oh no, there's 2 road dogs. Imagine with me, if you will, a world where there's price actions starting to make a little comeback here on the daily. Do you see it in this big cloud? And she gets above this, breaks back into that trend line, and expect a strong move like what we had. You would be seeing this one 2 or 3x rather quickly, in my personal opinion. Where is this one at? It's on KuCoin. Are you on CoinX? Are you on CoinX by chance? Now I know she's got a chance just to come up here and stall out whatever at 7 cents. Where we are now, what is that? That's 20% away, dude. I know, from 6 cents to 7 something cents. That's actually a pretty substantial move. You can get quite a few X's in those first early pennies. You really can. So I would call this a degen play of the day. But it's risky. It is risky as all hell. But if you're patient and you believe in it, Nord Finance, looking at their price history and where were they back in March? I mean, I don't know how they spiked up to 52 cents, but they hung around a lot here at 23 cents. 6 to 23 cents, a 4x. I don't know if you're on my exchange or not. No, that's Mixed City. I can't use KuCoin. You are not on CoinX. Oh man, because that could be a hell. I don't know anything about the coin. We looked at it, I think, before. But she does these spike things. Now imagine just setting some limit orders and it just spikes up and just hits them. You got it at 6 cents and you sold it and it spiked up and got it at, like it did in February, at 52 cents. That's when Bitcoin was starting to roll pretty good, right? Kind of like what they're kind of hoping goes on now. I don't know if it'll happen now or not, but expecting altcoins to roll. I don't know, but just imagine a 10x, 9x, $100. Yeah, see. Now don't go putting 100,000 on it because you'll be the one driving it up there. Somebody will come in with some fat bucks, run the price up, and if you got your limit order set, you might be able to cash out on that. Doesn't take a whole lot of money to move these markets, and it ain't been moving for a while. Let's look at it on the 4 hour here, see what she looks like. She's above the 200 moving average. That's what you needed. She's reclaimed it before, then, kind of double, she does the twin candles, double tops, however you want to look at it. She lost it, ended up losing it. We need to confirm it. Looks like she bounced off of it and confirmed it. It's just looking like it's stuck this time. In other words, this is when the trend is starting, so let's see what the people who really know this stuff have said over on their Telegram group in the student chart areas. Right here, I put a quote. It says, W.D. Gann, who I admire the hell out of and still want to study and dive deep into the rabbit hole because he can nail price and time. Price and date. Complex system. He took the secrets to the grave, though. But there's a lot of information that he used to teach and stuff out there. And a lot of the ideas that I have come from him, just my interpretation of it, or how I... But I'm nowhere near his class. He was amazing, and it's very complex and hard to understand some of his concepts. But he has said the safest place to look for a new trade is at the end of the first correction to a new swing. A new swing would be where we start making higher highs and higher lows. And so how would you look at that? Well, you could have made that argument for down here, and this would have been the place to get in, or this would be the place to get in. But technically, I would say to be safe, you would be looking for on the more conservative. Otherwise, you make an argument, hey man, that was the higher low. Let's start jumping in, baby. Let's get this next pullback right here. Let's do it right now. So you could be looking at it like, hey, this is it, baby. You got your pullback to retest this high here. She may go lower, but hey, if she does, buy there too. I'm just throwing those ideas out there for Nord. And so where she's at currently right now, 6 cents looks awesome. Another safe place would be when she breaks the 6 cent area and she comes up and then retests this, whatever low that she makes after that, buy, according to W.D. Gann, his advice on when to enter. Great in accumulation, and like I said, man, I think it'd be awesome to come up here to 8 cents. Boom. See what else is cooking over here in the chat. Donna! I missed you, Donna. Donna's one of the OGs. Gerthen, hey, welcome to the stream. Can you check out others? Do you mean others dominant or others like coin? Because I'm probably going to look at others dominance unless you say different. Others dominance broken through our level of resistance there, but she's coming up on this 800 moving out. I'm on the 4 hour. Coming up on the point of resistance right here, kind of corresponds to all this mess over here. Did get a higher high, but now at some point we're going to, how much higher? So you can get tired and come back at some point. 200 moving average is way down here. I've got this area targeted up at 11 or 12%. Where we could be headed with others. Most notably, though, we got to get past 10%. If I've got the others. Other is normal, not dom. Others normal, not dom. Okay. Well, I don't have others. Unless... market cap. I have to go to... Well, I'm not pulling up anything. Here's others on Solana. That's got to be it, right? Meme coin. It's 1 day ago. Is that it? Also Gala. Well, let me look at Gala while we're getting the confirmation on the others. I didn't skip over one, did I? Gala, with that lawsuit, man, that scared off a lot of people, and rightly so, because what's that going to do? Who's going to be there tomorrow? I mean, what's going to happen? I mean, I think Gala's a VC favorite, right? But she's at the bottom. She's at 2 cents. You can take a chance on it. That's a big sweet drop over there. So she was 8 cents in March. So okay, so people do like Gala still. So they've taken a chance on it even after the news. So that's our big target you want to look for is 8 cents. We could fib it out and get targets on the way. 200 moving average on the daily is also great at 3 cents, which is a pretty, what's that, about 33% gain from here? Not bad. Big question is she going to make it back to these other areas like 83 cents? Can Gala do that? Can she even do part of that? The big place to look for, according to the fibs on the bigger picture of things, is 20 cents. And I'm saying, well, this is a good place to accumulate for that. If she's at 2 cents and goes to 20 cents, well, that's a no-brainer. 10x right there for Gala. The possibility of it could happen in this bull market. You just need some good let's tighten that up. No, that's it, right? You just need some good bullish news to come out, and that's a possibility. So for degen risk takers out there that want to get into Gala, I couldn't. We were here in December 2022. We were here last year. Everyone's like, yeah, get your altcoins now. Before they start taking off. And here we are right down here where we're saying you either round tripped it or you took profits and buying more. Or some mix of those two. Or maybe, I don't know, there's other variables too. But if you're in the crypto game, you probably fall into one of those categories. And this is the time when you want to start adding to your bags. And, you may have several opportunities for this, or this may be the last one. I don't know. I mean, normally, these things are a little symmetrical. You don't just see us just come down to these. If this is a double bottom and it looks an awful lot like one, and this is the old butt crack, and then, well, you don't normally just take off and go to the moon here. You normally take a kind of a slow accumulation process, a lot like what we saw over here. So can you settle for just going up to 4 cents, 3 cents? Because this would be the plans, the opportunity to build your bags every time it goes up. Where we at 2 cents, we go up to 4 cents, you moon bag it, double it, let it come back down, whatever. Keep rolling it over. Now you got twice as much. Or you're selling your percentages and you accumulate. That's a position strategy right there. Position trading strategy. Take over time. And then you got your 10x up here, or if you get lucky, maybe it comes up to 52 and hang on to some of it to come up to 52. Now imagine that you put $100 in. Or $1,000. Let's go big. Let's go $1,000. And it comes up here, and that $1,000. Holy hell! You might be able to. I'm not going to say you're going to. I don't know. Some people would do good. That'd make a lot of. That's 2,200%. It's not a put your $100 in and get back 320 something. Or put your $1,000 in and get back 3,000. We're like put your $1,000 in and possibly get back like, I can't count that high, man. I can't count that high. That's a 22x possibility is what it says in a nutshell, between 22, 23, 24x. If it can do it. I mean, that's what we come to this market for the real degens that want to buy the bottoms of the altcoins and sell them at the highs. That's the most beautiful place I could think of right now. And if you want to fib out from what we got over here, so for the butt crack bottom that we're at right here, the Bart Simpson butt cracks is what I affectionately call this area. This little horizontal channel of accumulation that you can subdivide into other areas. It also says from that high down to this low that anywhere below 3 cents is the most juiciest buy place ever that you're going to find for Gala from this point further. And so this is a prime place to accumulate.
And even just taking profits, jumping in on a trade and taking profits there, that's 40% gains to where it needs to go. From 0.02 cents to 0.03 cents. Doesn't sound like much, but dang it, you're making me want to FOMO into Gala right now. Do I got any cash over on crypto.com? I was not, but if I've got some Gala, I'm going to add to my Gala. Because I'm sure I probably still have some of that somewhere. It's just broken above the 200 or the 100 daily moving average. Got me wondering about this one. If you're going to take a risk, this is a place. If $100 could turn into 22,000, is my math correct there? Your math sucks, Road. What the heck? Where's this target? This to 20 cents. Just to get to 20 cents would be a 8x from where we are now. 800% gains. $100 would turn into almost dang near 1,000 at that point at 20 cents. So for it to get up to 52 cents, yeah, that's pretty nice. $100 could turn into 100. I believe $100 could turn into like $2,300, as if I'm reading that right. And turning $100 into $2,300 is pretty cool. I'm gonna have to start thinking about this. I wasn't really, Gala was not really on my mind until. Write it down on the post-it note you'll never see again, Road Dog. That's what the ritual, that's what you do. Write it on the post-it. Stroke the fuzzy wall. Gala. Well, ladies and gentlemen, until Larry GG comes back, we have no new news to share, so we just kind of look at charts right now and just kind of talk with each other. Donna says, spent the summer in Portugal looking at properties, and back and spent some time with the new grandbaby. Oh, cool, awesome. So plans still over in Portugal, and I'm sure that you're starting to see that coming a little bit more fruition now. Donna's got her trading game on now. And so you got in, if I remember right when the bear started, if I remember right. And so you got to go through all that and see what that was like. So you're all prepared for that. And now we get ready for the bull. Or you got into the last part of the bull, maybe? But now you've pretty much almost got a full rounded education right here. Well, I guess you do. When you type others on TradingView, the first one, others. That's your crypto total market cap, right? No, okay, I had dominant. Did I have dominance instead of? Why? This is the one I normally keep. I thought that's the one I did. So we're at 223 billion, and I've got 230 for the next target, but 200 moving average is coming over here about 250, so we should be trying to aim for that one. So we got some angles. Let's take a look at some angles and see how they're applying over here. We need to get it on probably a bigger time frame. Cut out some of the noise here. Yeah, that still looks good. I didn't go to the bodies, but I did on the other one, so we'll see how that lines up over here. Let's see, this area support resistance flip on this diagonal. We're above it. Cool. This is going to be another one, support and resistance, and it kind of went through it the last time, but let's look. 230. So that's a little bit more confluence for the other target that we just had. So I always look for confluence. If you find, in my personal opinion, you find 2 or 3 things pointing at the same spot, it's everybody in the room saying he farted, and it's probably right. Everybody pointed to the same person. That's probably the guilty party. So that's probably where price is going to stall at. And it has stalled there 1 or 2 times. So now she's going to make it past one more time. If she does, she'd be breaking past this trend line, and then I would still look for 618. I would skip right through this one. So I'm getting some signs that maybe that guy would pay off. Let's see. Is there anything else pointing to that idea? Here's some resistance over here, and kind of wishy-washy there, but that kind of falls right in that area. I'm good with that. I would take that as a sign. Does this area hold up anywhere? Kind of start losing from there. Just a little bonus thing I like to do after we get an angle established there. So others on the 4 hour. Well, you about ready to give it up, ain't you? She should be petering out here. Let's see what the indicators say. Do you have anything to tell us, indicators? RSI is at 77, so I'm on the 2 hour though. Gosh, come on. Oh man. Hell no, baby. We're ready to roll. Screw this. We're ready. We're the 5 day. I've been seeing this a lot. The 5 day giving us a little peek into what maybe we have to say maybe playing out here on the weekly, which looks like I wouldn't tell anybody, but that's what he said is going to happen. Shh, don't tell nobody. It's our secret. Pinky promise. That's a pinky promise. You can't touch. This is probably going to cross. I'm just saying. It's awful early to tell and speculate. They're all going to laugh at you. They're all going to laugh at you if you get it wrong. But you got a chance. You got a chance to be coming up here now. The 5 days already done it. It's saying, we already got the army assembled. The 3 days saying, Roger, we're on point. We just have a little resistance ahead. There may be a snag in our plan, but we will hold here. Waiting for further instructions. So we got some ideas going on here. Some resistance coming up ahead. Looking good for others. That's just what the fib said. That's not even counting this breakout with a candle confirmation for it. Baby, we're getting started. Could get a pull back, but then we'll start getting some momentum building when we start getting into this red cloud. Taking it off and seeing some altcoin action, baby. So are you packed in some altcoins already before they took off? Are there any that have not yet taken off? And maybe, like Nord Finance was one that hasn't, I mean, it looked good for right now, but it can get a lot better a lot sooner. That one looked cool. Oh, and Gala looked good. Those are 2 great ones. Shout out to you guys for sharing that stuff, for asking for those. Hey, man. Those are worthwhile looking. At this point in the market, they could make a small amount could make a lot of money. I'm just saying. Those are the kind of things we like to see. Not chasing what's hot and what everybody's talking about. Oh, this is the hottest coin. It's changed. Like Satoshi VM. I'm not trying to badmouth it, but it got played bad. Revolutionary. That's going to change the whole Bitcoin scene. Whatever things. Yeah. Crypto is a lot about the hype. And by the time the hype really gets heated up, you're too late. You are too late. When the hype is, when everybody started to talk about it, you're a little too late. For real. You might be a little bit more of a squeeze coming in, but for the most of it, you're if you can admit it to yourself, you're probably too late. By the time you start hearing all the influencers talking about it, you're too late to the game. You got to kind of find them before and find them on the charts and find them at the juicy bottoms and then wait for the influencers and everything and to start talking about them and then all the hype comes, and then you can be right with all the whales and all I'm not going to say insiders, but all the early birds and all the smart money, and be selling as that price goes up. Kind of like the parabolic moves you're seeing right now. If you ain't taking profits on these parabolic moves, you're not doing it right. If you wait and they'll go up higher, maybe she'll flag out then, and then do this all over again. Maybe she'll flag out again and do this all over. I am just a clown on the internet. A scarecrow looking kind of voodoo looking kind of freaky dude guy, but still just a dude on the internet. But if that's your thinking, that we're just about to go to all-time highs right now because we got this breakout, you're obviously new to this game and you're about to get your ass handed to you this season. And instead of doing the smart thing, and you take this game slow, baby. Slow. And you don't buy these green candles. You buy the red ones. You try to buy these dips. That's the game plan. Executing. You can sit here and preach things, especially look in hindsight. Well, sir, everybody knows this is the perfect place to buy. I bought perfectly right there in my own stuff. And remember, I bought blah there. I don't know. Executing, talking back in hindsight always sounds good, but executing in the moment, baby, that's the battle right there with yourself. The bloody battle with yourself too. So you got the balls of cojones to do it when they're down here. Or maybe if you come back and have a plan. Okay, that was a good opportunity. I didn't do it, but let's make a plan for maybe when it comes back and nail in somewhere. Oh, I want to buy it next time. The 200 moving average or whatever. And then taking a slower game. 20% gains already. Probably 57% up here. But she will have pullbacks. This is the times to be strategizing. Even now, even with the breakout, just to pay yourself a little bit. I think we're getting close. So I'm just saying, we can go up. It's just going to be a jig-jaggy ride. Good evening, legends. How's it going, Moo Man? How's it going? Oh, we're just having a reunion party tonight. Donna says, others on TradingView, looks like it's the crypto total market cap. Yeah. I think it is. Yeah, it's the same one I got marked over here, right? Oh, you guys can't see it because of my ads. We got Gearthan. How's it going, Gearthan? Found the house. Oh, awesome. Been DCAing, so fingers crossed. Oh, DC. I mean, people. I guess it's one of the most talked about strategy, but it's a worthwhile strategy for real. Dollar cost average, whether you do it by time or just maybe on major deal, however you want to structure it, but just routinely putting money into your coin, most hopefully Bitcoin. That and a few select altcoins, you definitely want Bitcoin. This whole game's really about Bitcoin. If it's not, then you're not in on the inner teachings of how this game really works. It's really all about Bitcoin on the deeper levels. It should be. If it's not, I don't think you're playing it right. That's just my personal opinion. You'll do you, I do me. Hey, I say Bitcoin. Just between us. I'm running out of this liquid refreshment. Could you take a look at FFM? Hey, glad to have you here, Dara. This sounds like an opportune time for a little visit from our musical guest, who I don't think is singing.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
He does all the dirty work for me, isn't that cool? Let's take a look at, what is it, FDM? Yeah, that one's been rocking, right? That's one that you'll get these moments and, man, it just got away from me. And this is a good example. She could still keep on going. She could be headed to 84 cents right now. Ichimoku Cloud suggests about 79 at the tops there. We got a 618 Fibonacci at 85. She's on fire. She's on fire. On fire. I just kind of, is this my personal? No, this isn't Binance. So what else might we say here? Other than she's on fire, when we zoom out, we can kind of see. I'm on the 3-day chart too, man. We'll get to the smaller time frames here in a second, but yeah, if you zoom out, you get a better feel for what really is going on in this market, right? You got megaphone pattern action going on right here. This one's kind of a sideways one, but these top trend lines can be a lot of fun. It sounds like they don't ever hit them. You know, listen, when we looked at F Phantom over here, and I draw this from these two angles, I remember saying these words a lot. It's like, I know we're sitting here like at 30-something cents, and it sounds crazy that we would get to $1 until that one day that we hit $1.18. What? Yeah, these are fun. These are fun until these finally quit working or break to the upside, and then that can turn into a lot of fun. Hopefully that's how this one turns out. But automatically, just straight up from here, now we're looking for at least $1.48, right? We should at least try to hit that, or that's a good moon target to go with. Should probably go higher. Now, just looking at that, let's see what else we can find out of this chart. What else can you tell me, chart? I think you got some secrets hidden with you. And lately, I just been using the fibs a lot to try to get those secrets. I think the fibs talk to me right now. I hear lots of voices in my head, but one of them is named Fibonacci. I think it is. Maybe it's an impersonator. You got a bounce at the 86 and down here at the 28 cent area. Now you can figure out where you might be headed to. It kind of sounds something like that. That's a pretty deep retracement, so I'm not expecting it to go full Rambo, full tilt here before making a pullback or something. But you know, 135 looks kind of nice to me. I'm just kind of throwing that out. I will. So Donna, the last time you were here, I would mention about the 1.272 Fibonacci a lot. And, you know, even then, it was a mystery too. I knew it did something. There was something magical about it. And I've been on a journey trying to decipher that and figure it out. And I finally come across some good information about it. That is the square root of the 618 phi, I guess, if you want to get technical. But anyway, it's a square root area, so. And then my Fibonacci strategies evolved quite a bit, so there's some woo-woo predicted in it, but that's what's so fun about it anyway. So 148, 135, just based on where we pulled back here, that's where we could go. You can also look at this as, let me pull this over here too. Now, I think we did talk about these back in the day. An ABCD correction, or AB equals CD, and that's where you got a length of this. Now, the secret is that a lot of people see this. I've seen some people do this and take this and a crazy measure move, and I mean, well, the upside, and it's cool when they do it, but they always go on to some new pattern, whatever the pattern of the day, pattern of the hour, and they always, you know, seem to forget what they've done in the past anyway. What I've usually found, but anyway, there is a valid principle behind this. So we've got our fib area down here. It's not from this one, but from this one. The swing low to swing high. Tell me where I'm going to buy. We got our 886 fib, right? So we will take the length of this. This is our A to B. and it's an equal CD. So we're not putting this at a breakout for a flag or anything like that, because this flagged out. Once you broke that 382 area, in my opinion, you're out of flag territory. Your flag should bounce off of a 382. This is a falling wedgie or a channel, and it hit down here at this 886, right? So we'll take it to the actual, take it to that fib right there, and then where does it take us? Boom. The move that we already fibbed out the other way. And so there's two ways to get these target areas, and that's, if you don't want to do the Fibonacci way, you can do a measure move and just put it right there at the bottoms and get right there too. Even if you just put it at the bottom of the candle, you get right in the neighborhood. There's some ideas just to throw out there. So 135, but it'll take a while to get there. That would be our higher high. And that's a lot what I try to do with my fib strategies is, well, I mean, there's points that we can go into in the middle, definitely take short-term profits, but you know, from trying to nail these areas, say a breakout of this 236 fib area, if that's a strategy, and then try to get to these areas over here, that's where you can make 180%, 200%. But just doing that to the 618, it's 80%. So that alone, just pulling a fib, wait until you get above the 236 area to get in, and then ride into the 618 or these other areas. That's a valid strategy. I just like getting in down here at these other areas. I just like bottom fishing for some reason. I also like to catch falling knives. I'll admit it. I don't know, there's something about a falling knife. Just makes me feel tingle in my other areas. So we got a word of caution though, because previously, before we did break these areas, we had this trend line here, which is now going to be resistance, and that's what we got right now. So what to do, Rhoda? And this is right up here at the 0.5. So you might get a retracement here, but one of two things can happen here, in my personal opinion. I don't think that she's going to bullshit breakout just now and get above it, but when she does, you want to be in on that train ride, because that's almost a guarantee that she'll get here pretty quick. That could happen. That's something to be aware of, but we could be just rolling over and sticking with the cloud a little bit, and maybe we'll do it later. We would have to do it at some point. There's no way to really go into a good trajectory underneath there. It will have to cross over here at some point. It doesn't have to be now, though. We could spend a time in this cloud a little bit, maybe come back and test 56 cents. We're at 70 now, so it's, no way in hell that's happening, Road Dot. But it, you know, we went from 54 cents to 70 cents, you know, last week. We could do it again. We could. Just saying. I'm on the 3-day candle chart, by the way. Overall, it was good. We look kind of strong. I don't like the 50 crossing the 100, but she's having second thoughts, so maybe they will make up. Oh, on the daily, we're above the 200. Well, that sets it in stone. This is what we want to see Bitcoin do. We want to see Bitcoin close a candle like this, like a green candle, not one where we dip down below it or anything. A nice solid candle above that 200. The more that we start seeing that on chart, that's a screw this line. She should. Looks like she. Are you going to try to? She looks like she might be trying to go through it. Hopefully she will. I want to poke some holes in it so she can get through there. I don't want to jinx it. A lot of the moving averages congested down here, 48, 50, below that area. Now keep this in mind. You have this idea here of a head and shoulders pattern, inverted head and shoulders pattern, and that's valid. It is a valid one. It was valid as soon as it got up here to 54 cents. It confirmed, and then she kept on going, and she's got a measure move that she can take. We can look at that idea. That tells us for a shorter term target, about 77 cents could be squeezed out of this little monkey. Are you talking about squeezing monkeys? I am talking about squeezing monkeys. I don't advise you doing it as much as you would like to do it, because it'll probably rip your arm off, but they do look squeezable, don't they? Non-moving average wanting to cross over that 200, that would be great. do keep in mind at some point, whether it is here or whether it is up here, these inverted head and shoulder patterns right here, these, that just does not, that just looks perverted. I want to try it the that's why you have this, isn't it? TradingView, so you probably don't get sued for bathroom graffiti. Inverted head and shoulders there. They got about 64% chance of coming back to retest for the breakout area. So it coming back to 53, 54 cents. You can pretty much count on that. Now, whether it turns around from 68 cents or 77 or even higher, I'm just saying 55 cents, that area. If you missed it before, you probably got a chance to get it one more time. Just one more time. Especially with this dang trend line we got there. That's a perfect slam you down. Perfect. What are you looking like on the 4 hour here? Screw you, road dog. I'm ready to go to the moon now. You don't know what you're talking about. Ooh, I'm on fire. I just tell you what they tell me, and that's just what it said. We got 1 hump, 2 humps. Can we get 3 humps and then the dump? It's a silly rule of thumb, but just try it. Just try it. It's not 100% every time, but just try it. 3 humps and then a dump? Or 3 pumps and then a dump? 3 dumps and then a pump. That's it. 3 dumps and then a pump, 3 humps and then a dump. Just a rule of 3s on these things. That even falls into, that's like kind of shortening up your Elliott wave theory. She thinks you're going to Elliott's giving up the ghost on you. I could see that. Now, there is this kind of little toppy pattern. I'm just going to throw this out there. It looks like a little crown. I don't know if it looks like a little princess crown. Now this is a solid candle right now, but it could turn into a wick, and it could. I'm just throwing these ideas out there. Not saying it is. Personally, I like this bouncing off the ball with the trend line and knowing we should get another hump before we bounce, but sometimes it's worth keeping an eye on that anyway. If we fall quickly down here to this trend line, I'd be looking at this level real closely, man, and setting some stop losses or getting a back out plan in case we start dropping below 60 cents. For sure, for sure. But until then, why shucks. If it ain't broken, let's don't fix it. Donna says, I like the 1.272. Seems to work for me too. Yeah, it's a magical thing. But it puzzled me for a long time because I really couldn't find any solid information. But then I stumbled onto Carolyn Broden, and then, oh man, I need to commit his. I got another book over here. I think it's Larry Miller. But anyway, those really kind of, I was like, oh, that helps open it up. Carolyn Broden's cool, but you know, she's in on that legacy side, and she goes around giving presentations on her stuff, and so the McGraw-Hill and the textbook thing. So it's a big, thick, a thicker book. You can just get the cliff notes on a lot of these things. You really can. But textbook selling is its own industry, so I can't blame her for that. But these ideas are not that complicated if you can just boil it down. All right, so Phantom looks good. I'm looking for at least 77 cents. I'm looking for 77 cents. Can't say at least, but it looks like it's got a chance. And if she can get that and hold that area, maybe you're doing something ginormous going parabolic. There just always is a really good chance that she'll break down and then come back down to 50 cents. I'm just saying, just don't see it now, but you give it a few weeks, let the hype settle down and this move, and we find resistance, and then we're coming back down again. And that's when you want to focus on getting all that money on the way up, so that we can focus on buying some more at a juicy price. So don't be afraid to pay yourself a little bit. Even if it's just little bits amounts. A little bit on the way up. It's best if you got some pay yourself targets, but I'm just saying. Everybody has their own different style, different approach to this market. It's not the same as everybody else. And I think that's one of the hardest things to keep in mind in this whole situation. And then we changed from on a whim. I want to do this. Well, I want to change this up a little bit. A lot of us like to change up things a little bit too much. And to find something and stick with it a little while. They at 169. She after going up to. Did you go up to 180 for real? Naughty. I likes it though. I like you, Ave. You're doing really good. Parabolic, nice. This is a parabolic move, but it may be part of a much bigger one. It means that she can still come back to a cheap low, but still working on a bigger idea. As we slowly get up to these areas about $300, and it's like, what are you talking about? That's crazy talk. And I'm like, no, man, she's been up there before. She'd hang around $300, $400 for a while, easy. And then a couple of times she even hit 560. That's pretty nice. We're only going by this Fibonacci area over here. We really need to zoom out now at this point in the game. I'm going to go to the weekly on Aave. What have we got over here? A swing high, a swing low. See, we just 191. 191. That's our magic area for right now, 191. Anything below that in the bigger picture of things that's our accumulation zone on the big scale. I mean, and you still early. If you went under 191, you're still technically early on Aave. Because 429 looks to be one of the mega sweet spots. I gotta make this one huge, don't I? Let's see, so we got this one, and then our next one is really right here around our other 618 area from one of these other pools. Normally these fibs will line up a little bit better than this, but that is some swing high to, oh, tighten it up now. No, I got it right there. Twas it. Close enough, I believe. 535 could be on the picture. So 429, imagine that. From where we are, where are we? Well, we're here. We're going parabolic right now, looks like on the smaller time frames. Oh, she is. This is not sustainable. So here's what was, we were following a channel. She was higher highs, higher lows channel, broke bullishly to the upside, which is a sign that you usually get parabolic movement when that happens. And then all of a sudden she comes up and gets rejected. And I'll just suck road duck with your parabolic movement. Well, yeah, we found support here, and hello, here we are. And so, hello, 191, $200. Come on, baby, let's go. Push it. Now we'll take this trend line and extend it right there, touch there. So there, and now we're at resistance at 180. Could get the little pullback. Our pattern's starting to evolve when we zoom out here. We'll take some of this old small stuff off. So now we're in this guy, which can technically come all the way back to the bottom of it, but hopefully does not. Hopefully it just comes about midway. Hopefully it does not come back past this red line, which is the line that we needed. That was our 236 that we needed to get above. Remember? I think between 193 and 200, pretty nice, pretty strong take profit areas. So if you've been in it from 9 in, you're not paying yourself there. You're just going to ride the roller coaster, which may turn you on. Maybe you're just in crypto for the ride. You like the adrenaline rushes and the sweaty nights and wondering, did I screw up my life choice in this? Because there are moments in this game that will make you think those things, and we had one recently with that big drop to 48,000. That was working on me. I know it was working on the rest of the people, especially the newer people. Especially you had leverage. That's why it was working on me. I had some leverage in that. Eventually, after you get your teeth handed to you so many times in this market, it doesn't hurt as bad and you're not as afraid. And you know, you're a little bit more calm about it, I think. Hopefully. If you're learning from your mistakes or trying your best to. May take you a few goes, but you get it. You can get it. You can change your life with this. You can do it. Look at that nice parabola. I want to draw one and hopefully it won't curse it. Maybe she will keep doing it. Keep doing your thing, baby. You're looking beautiful. I love it. Nice curve, nice formation. I give you about an 8.9. Can you pull back to 150 for me? I would love that. You pull back to 150 for me about this 9 daily moving average, Ave? I will be so tempted to buy you. Right now, the 2 hours is doing its own little thing. This is where we can take another trend line. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. She's respecting that. She's right at the bottom of it, making this just the perfect time for my DGen to say, I'm going to add a little bit to my bag right now. Y'all don't believe me, but I'm doing it right now. I'm adding just a wee bit. I'm on the 2 hour. We got that. Zoom in on the 15. Is there a chance that I can get it cheaper here? You below the 200 on that. I'm still taking the risk because you close to that trend line. You broke over this. You trying to do something right now. I might send me a limit order here. One right over here. I like that. About 160. No, you above my thing. Well, then maybe I'll just split my order into 2 at 168 and then where you are now. See, we can compromise. I'm just saying, creative financing here, creative trading. What? I'm building a bag or adding to a bag, and that to me looks like maybe a good place right here. She's not technically on by your rules on this one though. You're below the 200, get refused on it. But look at all these big guys right here. She's ready to move, Road Dog. What are you going to do, Road Dog? Are you having analysis paralysis? I'm saying, you know, you should probably come down a little bit. I'm like, I don't care, man. I'm adding. She's close to my trend line. I just wants to add to my position because eventually, if I don't shut up, she's going to be at $180. Welcome to my world, ladies and gentlemen. This goes on in my head all the time. I just gave you a verbal rendition. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There's the turkey back in the game again. Oh, you're too bright. Where's that golden? Oh, that golden brown turkey. Golden turkey. Hey, man, you forgot about your Ave. How's my Ave? Ave, you haven't done anything over here on my thing. I'm going to spice it up a little bit. I'm not going to do much. Just going to add just a wee little bit. A very small fraction of my position. I'm not going crazy, but my little DGen is saying, man, I just want to get me just one little bit taste of it before it starts going up here to 180 again. Off the bottom of my trend line, close to the trend line. I didn't nail the trend line at 168, but 170, I can split that difference at 190. Who cares? It's better than buying it when she clears over here at 180. That's what my DGen tells me anyway. I do. I tell him that all the time. Stupid. I'll listen to me more often. Shut up, DGen. You're the devil most of the time. It's true. Take a look at injected protocol. $21 now. Rejected off this area. Nice little spike up there. Look at that candle. Tried to break out, didn't do it. couldn't do it, didn't have what it takes to do it on the 1 hour, said I can't do it, I'm tired, ran out of steam, just had to give it up. That's a deep retracement to that 100. Let's zoom out and see what's going on. Oh man, put that back there. Oh ma, we have these as targets, did we actually hit them? And I know we went further, but hey man, when you're sitting back here saying, where are we going to go? 21, 22, and like, nuh-uh. That won't ever happen, dude. No way, man. Take a lot, get us up there now, man. Come on, you're wishful thinking, man. We're just looking like for $18, dude. What are you trying to do? Like $23, that's what I'm thinking. Jay, that's a messy chart, man. You need to clear that up. So 4 hour tells us that we've been rejected underneath the 800 moving average. That's kind of a big deal, but we may fly around through here. We still got this major trend line going on, and probably looks better in a bigger time frame, to be honest with you. So we're in a channel. Basically, just channel this little guy out, and we kind of see this. Top of these wicks of those bodies, we'll move it up and respect those bodies there. Respect the body. It seems to respect this wick over here too. Respects a lot. So I would say we're in a valid channel and bouncing around from edge to edge, and we could come back down to $20. And if we do, I would say that's a good place to buy it. Add to your bags here. That would be a retest. If you're looking at the horizontal areas, it'd be just a retest of this area down here, which was a 618 bid from this pool. Retest, we could get a little pullback on some of these coins, but then some of them are popping off too. So like SWE, I think SWE is still on a good run. It's at 175 right now, getting ready to approach our $1.80 target. She already nailed our 166 over here area, and we had a 164 measure move, which was resistance, and now it will probably be support and be retested. So I would look for a retest of that little guy. If she comes back down to it, if we are fortunate enough, she's broken a trend line here. Look at that. She is for real going parabolic. I mean, she went here and then still, it's a big move. Sweet doing some damage. So I still got 180. I'm throwing this one on the fire. I think Sweet's got enough steam that she might even come up and trip her 886. That is reserved for the stronger of moves there. Since she started at the 236 at once she retested this area here and broke back above that 236 fib. I mean, that's amazingly strong. That's the strongest move it's ever had. Something big a cooking. The right people got word of the right thing. And 198 could be on the program here. We have higher targets, 240, 265, but I seriously doubt that she will make it one big swoop. But then, I wasn't expecting her to really come up this far in one big swoop. So what do I know? I just know that we had this channel idea going, and she should normally break to the downside of it. And when that doesn't happen, and it does something opposite, we get a parabolic movement. And then I've always said that, and I still say that, and that's exactly what happened here. But this is like, you couldn't ask for a better result. Most of the time, there's a bunch of, sideways. I got to figure out something, and I'm going to go back to mom's house to get. I don't love you anymore, Bobby. I'm going back, and you can see all kinds of play out all kinds of ways. A lot of times, it's kind of shaky at some point, but this one's just going like crazy, straight up to 786. She might even make it up to $1.98. That would be mega impressive. I mean, a straight shot to that would be like, that's noteworthy. It's noteworthy what she's done right now, almost at 786 area. That's amazing. That's a freaking amazing. Wonder if I still got those open orders that I had back in when she was 40 cents over on the bear desk. I left them open, so they probably got stopped out though. I'm a degenerate trader. I got some accounts. I got some positions open on places I haven't checked in months. Another one of my favorites that I've been mentioning for a long time. I got in on the cheap. I found her a good deal and FOMO'd into her right on the stream. Just been following her ever since. It's Arkham Intelligence, which is now at $1.44 and not at the crazy, like 30 cents. In fact, we would have found it. That is one of the few altcoins that I bought at this point in the game that is actually up good. Even with her falling back out of here, she's still good. Most of the other altcoins I bought there, they just came right back to where they were then. So Arkham Intelligence, in my opinion, is a great one. And I've been talking about it ever since she was down in this area. I'm just saying, around $1 and less. Now she has $1.50. What you want to do? That's the buy point right now. She can go here if she can break this point. We're looking at 274 for Arkham Intelligence. So getting in it down here when she's, I don't know, what is this, $1? She comes up to 274. That's, you know, your $100 is now $254. If she can go to make a higher high from where she is, from where we were talking about it, the juicy area, that's $100 turns into about 440, or where we are now. Long-term hold on that with those target areas, $100 turns into 327. Not bad, not bad. She can definitely get a pullback. If you look at it right here, we got a double bottom formation going on. And that's cool because, I mean, when you're in a falling channel idea or falling wedge, however you want to look at it, there's got to be a turnaround point. There's got to be a point of decline where it no longer goes back down there. And then now you got a double bottom, and we just we confirmed the double bottom. That has been officially confirmed, and so that in itself right here, support resistance flip area as well. If you look just a little bit more to the left, all these kind of things and these patterns, and a lot of them line up with much bigger ideas and support resistant levels and things like that. And true, this one played great there, but our fibs kind of winning out on the bigger picture here. After we get past that, where do we go to that fib? 149. But now we got a measure move from this guy. Let's take that and put it to the breakout, and it says that we could go to 180. I'll mark that. We'll go with that. And so from 150 to 180, that's not bad if you look at that. But then again, that's not even breaking out of this falling wedge, and that's a beautiful falling wedge. Just to put it short, man, this one can make some good come ups. And from where we are now, you could be looking easily, you know, wherever you want, from 35, 60, 96, 120, 130, 230% gains on this one. I think it's a good one. She hasn't even started to break out yet, and she will fumble. It will not be an easy breakout. She will stumble through here over the next few weeks and maybe months, but eventually she's gonna, you know, that's one of my longer term plays. Just sharing. Let's take a look at getting Bitcoin and see how she's holding up here. Let's go down to the smaller time frame, the little 6 minute. We've already looked at all the bigger time frames. So 64,075 is where I'm at. KuCoin holding that area, man. The 618 that she recovered after she'd been rejected in this area. Did you make a higher high? Oh, that's a 6 minute. I got freaked out. I'm like, oh, kick lost it. So we're trying to get past 60 on this chart. I got a line up here. That was our previous high, 64,900. We need 65,000. So a few weeks ago, or a few days ago, I had 65,000 or bust on my thumbnail, and that's where we got to go. We need that high, at least that for a higher high, and then maybe, you know, we can get a higher low. Or we may go to 67. Who knows where we're going? She may get more bullish right now, and that's what we're just unsure of. But breaking this level and holding that so far, no, that's good. As long as you can do that, we've got a chance to go up. Lose this, and then we're going to start looking at this whatever triple top possible idea. But until we get below 62, that idea is not solid, you know? So, holding this area, bullish as all get out. Holding this area at 62.3 is still bullish, but could be a bit more so. Breaking this area, 62.3. Well, then we got to have a serious talk about our plan here over the next several weeks, possibly a couple of months, if we break that area. I'm just saying, several weeks anyway. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Be back again tomorrow. Enjoy making all this money. Change your life in crypto. Because it's a crazy world out there, and I don't know if times are going to get better or if they're going to get worse. But one thing is, if you're in crypto, you're at least safeguarded against it. You got to hedge against all the inflation. You got to hedge against the dwindling value of your money. And you got control over it that you don't have with their money. That's where the true power lies, especially with Bitcoin. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you again tomorrow, same time, around 10:30. Don't forget to hit the like, says Donna. It really helps the channel. It does help the channel. Jason says like, hey, I appreciate that, John. I'll just send, hey, Elvis, you got a special word for us?
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Good night, everybody. Do we have anything cool? How much time we got? Holy crap, this is a 2-hour stream. It did not feel like it at all. I guess hell. You've already blown it. You might as well pull out something for the hardcore people. We will go over the elite plan. It's educational.
Ben Franklin claimed that this was the real cause of the American Revolution. Most of the founding fathers realized the potential dangers of banking and feared bankers' accumulation of wealth and power. Jefferson put it this way:
I sincerely believe that banking institutions are more dangerous to our liberties than standing armies. The issuing power should be taken from the banks and restored to the people to whom it properly belongs.
That succinct statement of Jefferson is, in fact, the solution to all our economic problems today.
Here's how it works. They print it, we borrow it, and we pay them interest.
This is garbage. This is garbage. Your people in South Africa, you have your rand, right? That's going to zero. That's going to zero. This is going to zero too. Euros are going to zero. The yen's going to zero. The Chinese currency is going to zero. It's all going to zero against Bitcoin. If you don't understand that yet, you're going to be impoverished. You're going to be on the street. You're going to be begging. You're going to be out of business. You're going to be toast.
James Madison, the main author of the Constitution, agreed. Interestingly, he called those behind the central bank scheme money changers. Madison strongly criticized their actions.
History records that the money changers have used every form of abuse, intrigue, deceit, and violent means possible to maintain their control over governments by controlling money and its issuance.
The battle over who gets to issue our money has been the pivotal issue throughout the history of the United States. Wars are fought over it, depressions are caused to acquire it. Yet after World War I, this battle was rarely mentioned in newspapers or history books. Why? By World War I, the money changers, with their dominant wealth, had seized control of most of the nation's press.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media publish these things simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 All the Trump supporters that I talked to who were Trump voters.
He's trying to undermine the media, trying to make up his own facts, and it could be that he can actually control exactly what people think, and that is our job.
Yeah,
that is our job.
You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets, and they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls.
These authoritarians hate Bitcoin, and it's for the same reason. Why do they hate Joe Rogan? Because they can't control him. He's not subject to their authoritarian power. Why do they hate Bitcoin? Because they can't control it.
There's only one useful thing that any of us can do every day when we get up. One thing that matters above all. That one thing is convince someone to convert some other form of property into Bitcoin.
By a show of hands, how many people hold Bitcoin? Not bad, not bad. What I would recommend highly for anybody who doesn't, get off zero, like today. We'll talk a little bit about it. But what is it? It's an open, decentralized network that's open for anybody, and no one can stop it. It's impossible to stop.
It's impossible to stop.